Morning everyone! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan, and on my channel I post new videos every week of things that I'm up to, whether that is cooking like it is today or DIY or whatever. So I am at my parents' house today, and I thought that it would be fun to share with you guys some cake making that I'm doing. So my dad and I kind of have this like little competition that we do where for each other's birthdays we will try and kind of one-up each other on cakes. And I haven't made a cake since I moved into my new place in September, so I'm really excited to finally get baking again. And I'm gonna be making this like ultimate churro cake. There's like no real recipe for it, so I'm just gonna kind of make it up as I go. And of course, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you here. It would be really nice to add another member to our little family. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so normally while I bake and stuff, I tend to get in some TV shows because I don't really have time to watch TV otherwise. So I'm watching Riverdale right now. I'm pausing it to show you this adorable apron. It's from Anthropologie if anyone's looking for a nice apron for themselves. Okay, so this recipe calls for 1 cup of softened butter, and this is still rock hard. So I'm going to chop it up into little pieces so it's a little bit faster to soften. Okay, so now we have the butter in our bowl here. I'm just tossing it on top of a bowl of boiling hot water. So update on how to melt butter. This is not it. Well, this is how to melt it, but not how to soften it. So I'm gonna toss this into the fridge for a few moments so that it actually hardens up, because we don't want it to be totally melted. It won't make a good consistency of a cake. Okay, so I fixed the butter situation, kind of, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so now I have the batter at this consistency. Don't know if it'll focus. And I'm just gonna add in 4 eggs. So I need 4 eggs at room temperature. So I just brought them out when I first started cooking. And now they're probably about room temperature, but I'm not gonna be all that picky about it in all honesty. And toss them in, so that's gonna make it all very creamy. Okay, so adding in the last little bit for the wet ingredients, I'm grabbing some vanilla. Going to put in vanilla and half a cup of vegetable oil, stir it all together, and then start to put the flour mixture into the wet mixture and bake it, and we'll be done.
My mom says I can see that, even under the shine.
I'm just gonna spray them with Pam and then put flour inside so that hopefully it doesn't stick. These two are both pretty good. It's this old one that I'm a little bit worried about, but we'll see. And here we go. I'm gonna pour the batter. Oh, that was like way too much. I got really excited there. Blair's appeared. I'm just gonna toss my cakes into the oven. It's at 350. And they're gonna cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. Not sure how long it'll take yet, but Blair's gonna let me know when they're done.
Am I?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do my makeup, and by the time I'm done, they should be kind of cool, but I like to let my cakes rest for quite some time, so that's why I've done this in the morning, and then kind of more this afternoon, I will make the icing.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm finally done my makeup, and I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I love doing my makeup, not so much because I'm insecure about my face without makeup on. As you guys saw, I started the video with my makeup off anyway, but I just find it really relaxing. It's like a signal to me that I actually have enough time in my day to like do a full face of makeup, and I don't know, it's like painting a picture, but on my face, so I really enjoy it. And now that that's done, I've just been hanging out with Mr. Brown Noser over here. So Cooper got me Mr. Brown Noser for Christmas 2 years ago, I think, and then got me the other Big Bear, basically as replacements to snuggle with when he's not here, which is really sweet. The other one's name is Chi Chi, or Mr. Marbles, by Cooper's definition of the name, but I mean, I named him Chi Chi, so I've got about 3 different bear names, and yeah, so now I'm done just hanging out here, and I'm going to go and make the icing for the cake and some homemade dulce de leche and some churros, which we'll see how that goes because I've never made churros before, but I'm sure they'll be great, so we shall see. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so because there's people in the kitchen cooking, I'm going to stay out of their way and make the dulce de leche first, because all I have to do is like put this in a pot of boiling water. So that's what I'm gonna do now. This is how you make the dulce de leche. It's just got like 2 inches of water above the cans, and then I'm going to let it stay boiling for like 2 hours and then have to let it cool. And then it should be like a nice pudding consistency. Okay, so I don't know if you hear that sound in the background, but it is the cans of condensed milk for the dulce de leche, and a part of me is really scared that they're going to explode. But the internet says that this will work, so hopefully we don't have exploded condensed milk everywhere. This is Blair. For anyone who hasn't watched my videos before, or the one video where she was in it, she's my youngest sister. So right now we're going to put together a card for my dad. I don't think he can hear us. We're probably fine.
No, probably not.
So anyway, we'll bring you a little closer so that he definitely can't hear. Mm-hmm. So we are going to be making him a card out of a Quaker Oats cereal box, because
he really likes cereal.
He really does. Like, how long do you think it's been? Basically, my dad every single night for probably the past like 3 years?
2 or 3 years. Yeah.
2, 3 years has been having a bowl of cereal with frozen berries on it as his dessert.
Sometimes he eats 2.
And that's a wild night. So to celebrate his love of cereal and his 50th birthday, we decided we would make him a cereal box card. So that's what we're gonna do now. Just hanging out with 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so many almonds.
So many almonds. Day in my life, wake up, and then it's like
Go to school.
and then it's like go to practice, lay in bed until dinner time, then eat dinner, then lay in bed some more and fall asleep.
Sounds like a thrilling day. Basically, all I've done today is run and make a cake and do my makeup. We have approval.
I thought you said we have a ruble, and I was like, that sounds like a
Ruble, like a disease.
No, it sounds like a magical creature from Harry Potter. I feel like that was one.
Okay, so it's now time to try and make the churros. So that is what I'm about to do. Try and keep out of my mom's way as she's finishing up making dinner for tomorrow. First, I'm going to put in the saucepan some milk. So it is a cup of milk. And I'm already using sugar in this, so I'm gonna use milk too, because both of those bother my psoriasis, but this isn't a cake for me. And then 4 tablespoons of butter. For everyone's reference, this is 4 tablespoons of butter. It's actually a 1/4 cup, so if you're ever making this, that's what you need. We have this at a vigorous boil, and I'm gonna add in a cup of flour and just stir like crazy. So I don't really know what I was expecting to have happen with these, but this is what it looks like so far. So it's just a big lump of dough. And then I think I'm supposed to let it sit for 5 minutes and then toss it into our stand mixer. Alrighty, so as this is cooling down, I'm going to start to heat up some oil to fry the churros in. Okay, so as the oil is heating up behind me, I'm going to put the eggs in one at a time.
Okay, so I feel this probably isn't a bad texture of batter. So if this works, this is what this should look like. Just kind of feel like that's like churro batter that I've seen in movies. Okay, so here is my bag of churro batter that I'm going to pipe into the hot pot over here. It looks like a deep fried squid something. It's all bubbly. I'm sure it tastes delicious though. Okay, so on to the last step. I'm making some icing. I put a little bit of Crisco along with the butter because otherwise I find that icings get just too buttery. So a bit of Crisco to like tone down the butteriness. I don't really have a recipe for this, but I'm gonna put a bunch of icing sugar and probably mix in a bit of the dulce de leche that I made. Also, the cans didn't explode, so that was good. And the dulce de leche turned out nice. It's like a light brown dulce de leche, not like a really dark one. I would have had to cook it for about probably 45 minutes longer, and I just didn't want to do that. So yeah, I'm going to use that in it. This is what it looks like. If I can open it. Nice and caramelized. Okay, so I have everything done now. The cakes are cooled. I have my dulce de leche and my churros and my icing. So I'm going to assemble. And I'm just cutting off the rounded top. Some nice cake scraps for anyone who wants them. What I do is take a little bit of the dulce de leche, put it on top, and spread it around. Then take a little bit of the leftover cinnamon sugar from the churros. There is the inside. Funny enough, I was thinking about crumb coating this cake, but I don't know that I really care to. So let's let it get messy. Okay, so I will chill the cake because it's messy. All right, so this is now going to be the final round of icing the cake.
Okay guys, so I just wanted to touch base on what I've been up to because I'm still getting used to this vlogging thing. So after I chilled the cake, I went out to dinner with my family for my dad's 50th and had a whole like nice sit down fancy thing. And then yesterday in the morning we went skiing and it was beautiful, all snowy and stuff. And then came back and gave my dad the cake. So anyway, that was it for the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog cake making adventure with me. If you like videos like this, I know it was long, but let me know in the comments down below and I can make more for you. And that's about it. I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. What are you doing there? Taking over my bed.